Servus, welcome back to the INSEVIS video tutorials. My name is Fabian, and in the video I show you the first steps to our IIoT devices. To start, we connect the LAN port of the device to the network. Power cable in, and then we are ready to go. After the device has started, we open our browser, type in the IP address. From factory, it is always 192.168.60. It is the same IP address even if you press the service selector switch. After confirming this, here is the login mask. The password and the username are always admin. We recommend, of course, to change this after the configuration against a safe variant. Now I log in. Now that we are logged in, here we are in the configuration overview. We see that it's not defining anything anywhere yet. It's not configured yet. The device is in factory state. We upload a backup file now. You can get it on the INSEVIS homepage in the download area. Click on Backup and Update. Complete backup and upload. So now it asked us if we want to keep the network settings. Since I already changed the IP address once, I say yes. That depends on what you want to do. Then I take the backup file, open it, and now it's uploading. Now that the backup is loaded, I can see the network settings here again for comparison. If they are okay, you can press OK and the device will reconnect. So this will take a few seconds again. And then the login mask appears. There is the login mask too. Now here with the demo, the password is still admin. If you have created your own backup file, it is your password. Of course, you have to know it. Then we log in. Here we are. We see now some things have been created. IS7 connection, TCP connection 7, data points are there. OPC UA server, MQTT broker, a web Visu is there. There is a test server for OpenVPN. And 2 users are defined. The PLC connection was created with a SPES 2017T. This is running. There is also another connection. Important here is not the name, but the IP address, because this is the address of our PLC. Here the TSIB is set. One is running, the other is not. I can ping them now as well. We see connection to the PLC exists. That's very good already. And here we can look directly to the data points. Here are the S7 data points. We can see directly everything that was imported from the PLC. At connection, we see the connection to the PLC, the name of the data point, the S7 space, which data type. If there is an offset, which is the address. If it is provided for the web Visu, OPC UA, or MQTT, and ideally we have a comment here. Now, if I look at this variable published in Node-RED on the dashboard, I have here, for example, the pressure as just highlighted, or also the temperature. Have them here change, and that directly affects the PLC. On pressure, I let this one off now. We see on the PLC is yes, also immediately drop to 0. Then I can also go to the PLC, and it is immediately displayed in Node-RED dashboard as well. What is also running now is the OPC UA server. As we can see here, the status is set to running. That means we can already connect to it with a client. For this, we take the UA expert. So the UA expert is started. By the way, you can download the UA expert for free at Unified Automation if you register. Now we can add a server here. Our IP address then, it appears here. We can access the PLC. Under memory, we can find our stories. I'll look here. We'll take the pressure and the temperature. These are the things that we can see here on the screen as well. We see here the 145 from the pressure and the 0 from the temperature, then put those here as well. Let's see, the temperature is down to -30. We can set the pressure to 0. It's also worth mentioning that if you set this up completely from scratch, you still need to create certificates for yourself that you can connect to the OpcoA server. Here with the YourExpert, we will cover the whole thing in a separate video. Another point is the Visu Config. Here you can start the web Visu. You can also start the Visu without login. For this, a generic user is created. This user is then in the user list. One should not provide this, of course, with any further rights, since these rights then with everyone, with each login, also without password on the web Visu are possible. The third is the web meadow over WAN. This can also be switched on. Also, you should avoid to have sensitive data or sensitive control commands in the web Visu, because they can be executed from outside. Save and restart is, of course, explain yourself. If you have a finished web Visu project, you can simply upload it here at this button, select and upload, and the web Visu is there. After the web Visu setup, we still have the third-party config here. This is analogous to the web Visu setting. For example, we can unhide dashboard here, even without login, and we can also make the dashboard available in the goods. The same security notes apply as to the web Visu. And as a second point, we have here the AnyVis cloud adapter. You can just turn this on and off here to provide the AnyVis icon here to be redirected to a website, and there you can configure the whole thing. Open VPN, here we have the tab keys. There we see the active key, how long it will last, how long the key will last. So once the key, where it comes from which province and so on, then we can still regenerate. Then we come to the server. Here we have the public IP and the domain. Take one IP or public router IP. Then enter the IP here. We can regenerate the server key here. Can also delete. Last but not least, we have the server control here. We can start and stop the server. We can look at the status, and we can now, but of course we can also set it to auto start. Here at the bottom, just like with the certificates, we have the clients coming in here for the OpenVPN story. Those can as well be trusted or revoked. So what can you be trusted, or you can be rejected? You can look at the info on that here. Of course, you can save the whole thing with Save to Device. The third point is the client history. We can import a client, upload the file, can delete clients. And also here we have the controls. We can see the status. We can press start and stop if it's free. And we can turn on auto start like you did with the other one when the whole thing is set Save to Device. So much for the first steps with our devices. Thank you for watching, and tune in again next week when it will be service. Welcome to INSEVIS video tutorials.